Today's episode is brought to you by Liquid Death. You know, I struggle with hair loss, man, and I try and do what I can. I'm on the pills right now, honestly. I was just on their website the other day. Keeps, I'm talking to you about. 2 out of 3 men will experience some form of hair loss by the time they're 35. Keeps offers a simple, stress-free way to keep your hair. It's very easy. You go to their site, you navigate based on pictures of what's going on with you, and you make choices to help yourself. Low cost. Treatments start at just $10 per month, and Keeps offers generic versions. Prevention is key. Treatments can take 4 to 6 months to see results, so act fast. If you're ready to take action and prevent that hair loss, bruh, stop that hair loss, fam, daddy, gang. Go to keeps.com/Theo. You want to keep them bangs ganging, baby. Receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/THEO to get your first month free. Keeps.com/Theo. Today's guest is just a real energetic man, and he's got that thing in him. He's got that spunk in him, you know. He's a real spunk dragon if you see him. If you beat him, spunk would come out. That's who he is. He's a movie actor, and he's a comedian. You know him from a lot of the greats. And we're here today to get to spend time with him. We're blessed by this Minnesota Vikings fan, my friend, comedian Nick Swardson.
For me to set that parking brake and let myself unwind. Shine that light on me. I'll sit and tell you my stories. Shine on me, and I will find a song I will sing it just for you.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I don't need that. No, I wanted to just quickly say, Brian Callen, fucking eat me out. Eat me out! Brian Callen! Where are thee? All right, that's what I wanted to just kick off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a starter meal, huh?
That's a kickoff.
Oh,
That's a eat me out off.
That's a slap-atizer, bro.
That
Oh.
is
And would he do it, though?
I mean,
Is
I
he
think-
that snacky guy? I don't know if he seemed like a real snacker to me.
I feel like he would make people do that to him.
Yeah.
Or I'm generous with my anus,
Mm.
my fucking anal tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, people can just sign up. There's a sign-up sheet outside my building.
Really?
Yeah, anybody that's walking by, just jot it down.
Get in there. Damn. Do you ever wish that your anus was bigger, or do you wish that it was smaller?
I've thought about that every day of my life when I wake up.
Yeah.
I touch it and I'm like, it's still kind of medium. But I think tighter, you know what I mean? Just for a lot of my friends that have, big fingers.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but yeah, in tighter you could steal somebody's ring, like they do on remember on I think Robin Hood when he kisses the captain's
dick?
hand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was fucking throbbing hood,
Yeah, I
dude.
know.
He was hard as a rock. No, I don't want my asshole to be too loose. Like, I want to feel my shits, you know what I mean? I don't want them to just fall out.
Yeah,
Just go AWOL.
Yeah, like somebody just throwing them on your doorstep like an Amazon guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want him just fucking swan diving when I take a shit and like clean landing. I want to feel it.
Yeah. Oh wow, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, you're like a real outdoorsman.
Yeah. I'm very thirsty.
Yeah, you're
I'm very thirsty
old
for
school.
the woods. Yeah, fucking I'll take a shit anywhere, man.
I think in the future, shitting will be a thing of the past. Actually, defecating as a human. Like if you see somebody go in a room by themselves to have
Special
desecration or whatever it's
Okay,
called,
yeah.
desecration,
Desecration.
leave their body.
Defecation, isn't it?
Defecation, yeah.
Yeah,
probably.
desecration I think is when you put your turtleneck on backwards.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
But damn, dog.
No, the futures is gonna be like toilets or something, where it's like Apple will drop like
Yeah.
some new thing. And
Yeah, I wonder
don't
what's
know
gonna
what
happen in
It's
the
exciting
future.
to think about.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah. I hope Apple's listening. If Steve Jobs' ghost is here, we got to get out a fucking Ouija board. Wake that motherfucker up, dude. Where's your toilet, you fucking dead guy? God.
You just press a button and the meal leaves your stomach. And
Yeah,
just
you
appears
put
in-
your phone, like, just put it right against your stomach, and it just fucking absorbs it, and then it sends it right to Brendan Schaub's mouth. It just appears. Brendan Schaub will be like, oh, dude, like eating at some fucking stupid restaurant. Like and then just shit just fills his mouth like a fucking Italian chipmunk, just harboring nuts for the winter. Oh, and he gets back in his leopard skin Miata that he bought for $8 million because he doesn't know how to buy things.
Dude, when
fucking
you
child.
every time you floor it in there, you can hear an endangered species die. I feel like.
You can hear many special animals kill themselves.
Yeah, dude, it runs on Ebola.
Eboliata. That's the new fucking car Brendan drives.
No, but I think in the future, everyone will wear like a colostomy bag. You'll just empty it out. I think actually having to go to a room to like, because it's crazy when you think about it. I'm going to go off to a private room and get like liquids or solids out of my body. It almost seems like you're like a bad magician.
Right. Yeah. But it's a trick that everybody knows. And the trick smells.
Yeah.
Like if you pull a rabbit out of a hat, it doesn't smell unless the rabbit's dead.
Yeah, that's right. Wouldn't that be
that
great?
Makes sense.
Bad magic, and it's just some guys pulling dead rabbits out of a hat. Yeah.
How is that not a show? There's every other fucking show on the air. It's so stupid. I was like quarantining and shit back in the day. I can't even say that, which is weird.
So yeah, you left out of Columbus and what?
I left out of Columbus and I didn't know what was happening. Like everybody else, I was like, "What is happening?" And people were just it was up in the air. And then I went and just they're like, "You got to quarantine." So I came back to LA and got my shit, and then I went back to Minnesota where I'm from.
Yeah.
And quarantined in my sister's basement, which was a house that I bought her. Fucking
So your basement.
my basement. I remind her of that every time I step foot in that fucking place. Anyway, I'll digress on that. But it was just weird because then it was like there were murder hornets and like all this weird shit kept dropping. And then I love that the Pentagon revealed that they're aliens. They were like, no, there's proof. There's aliens. People are like, yeah, cool. Anyway, what's going on with this disease? Like nobody cared about anything.
Yeah.
They dropped murder hornets on us. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of like it was a time where like they're gonna slip other things out while people are heavily.
Yeah,
distracted.
totally. They're like, oh, they're looking that way.
Dude, it's crazy. There's a lot of like distraction going on.
Well, that comes to my point. So I was in quarantine, and I got
in Minnesota. And what are you doing there? Are you working during the day? Are you doing anything? Are you doing emails?
I used my fucking mind.
Okay.
So I just sat there and I read books, and I got caught up on Netflix shows, and I journaled, and I caught up with a lot of friends, and I did some podcasts and shit, or like phoners and stuff. But I just sat there and like really thought about my life, and what I wanted to accomplish in my next chapter.
Hard.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't drink or anything. I was fucking sober guy, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't fucking.
You were living clean out there. Now, were you doing a gym? Were you elliptical in or anything?
No, I just did push-ups. It was like a
Were you
prison with
incarcerated?
Netflix.
It sounded like you were incarcerated.
Yeah, it was a prison with Netflix.
Your sister's upstairs.
She's upstairs and my nieces and nephews and stuff, and I was like, just don't come in this sanctuary. Yeah. And I took shits, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And the dog would run in and he would watch me poop, and then he would be like, all right, this is like the third time in like half hour.
He's like, rerun.
Yeah. And so then I got a message from Expedia, and they were like, are you ready for your trip to Key West? I had fucking forgot that I'd booked a trip to Key West that December before COVID or anything. I was like, oh, I've always wanted to go to Key West.
Yeah.
And just kick it. I read Hemingway. I like the show Bloodline. So I went to Key West, Florida. I left there, and then I went to South Carolina and hung out with Danny McBride for like a week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I love Danny. I almost moved there. He's like, you got to move here, dude.
Yeah.
And I almost did, but I went down to Key West, and I was going to go back up to South Carolina, But I stayed in Key West. I was supposed to be there for 10 days. I stayed for a year and a half.
Oh.
In fucking Key West. I was there a year and a half.
Oh my
That's
God.
not a joke.
And what did you start like not a farm, but did you do like a job or something? Did you get
Nope.
hired anywhere?
Nope.
What?
I just tuned out. I was just everything was so fucking bonkers in 2020 that I was just over it, dude. So I just stayed down there, and it was so removed from everything. Like nobody gave a fuck. I had no idea what day it was after a while, and I just stayed. I just kicked it.
Were you partying? Were you sailing? Were you?
I partied initially and sailed initially.
Yeah.
And then I just fucking had a couple fucking pops, and then I would just listen to the song "Sailing" by Christopher Cross, and that was a lot easier. Sailing takes me away and suck my own dick. But no, but it was awesome though. Like nobody was on Twitter. Nobody was like, everybody was just like island life, and I just fell in love with it.
And was it like, were you doing any employment at all, or you just?
No, I didn't do shit. I did nothing.
Did you try to get a job? Did you fill out any applications?
I was just over it. I thought about some shit, and I was like planning on coming home.
Like
and
what,
then,
like real estate, or what were you considering?
No, I was gonna like shave my pubes and just make dream catchers or some shit. Like that's what Key West is like. Like after a year, I didn't even own clothes. I just wore like butterflies.
Is there government down there? I feel like it's just like basically people down there just like obviously these people hate Native Americans and everybody because they're trying to get out of America. Is a lot of Cubans? Is it Latino there? What is it?
It's kind of everything. I mean, it's local. It's it's a lot of tourists. It's a big tourist spot,
Right.
So it's a lot of people driving from Florida.
And is a lot of fishing?
There's a lot of fishing, and there's a lot of like snowbirds. But it's funny because when I landed, my buddy picked me up, and he goes, "Welcome to the island of misfit toys." And I go, "What does that mean?" He goes, "You'll see." And I didn't know what that meant. And then after a little bit, I was like, "Oh yeah." Like everybody's just going rogue, dude. Like everyone's got a story. Everybody that I met was like, "Yeah, I came down here like on a connection with a flight, and then I just stayed for like 20 years." Like it's just the best like relief.
Yeah, I was on the airline. They lost my family. Like the airline lost your family?
Yeah, I was flying over Key West, and then I decided, fuck, I'm just going to parachute out of this shit and just open the door. But it was awesome. It was just, it was fucking crazy. I can't believe I was there that long.
Wow.
It was so fun. And I
is-
met the coolest people. All the locals are great.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, is there a lot of, because you seem like a kind of place where people are sneaking out, they're getting, like, a lot of times you see on American Greed, the guy ends up down in Key West. Is there, like, a lot of hidden, like, people that could have been doing murders or anything like that down there? I feel like it's a lot of, like, kind of like, you'll never catch me type of people.
I mean, I wasn't, like, a part of that scene. But I mean, it exists. It's like the show Bloodline. Have you seen that?
I saw half the first episode.
The first season is fucking dope.
It is?
But it's a lot of hiding bodies. I didn't see that. I mean, I hid a lot of big garbage bags that were really heavy, but I didn't look inside.
Yeah.
So it could have been, I'm just going to say it was a bunch of iguanas. That's how I'm going to visualize it.
Did you see, like,
that speak English and yell help?
Did you feel... Did you feel... I feel like it's a lot of people wearing eye patches and a lot of people like, "Hey, if you knew what happened, you'd be fine, lad. You couldn't... Your mother was a whore, I feel like it's like
Right.
a lot of like...
There is that. Like, there's like those bars.
Yeah.
Then there's like heavy tourist bars. And then there was...
Is there a Margaritaville?
Yeah, I'm almost sure there was. I never went to it. They have like the Margaritavilles, like the Fat Tuesdays.
Is there a Chico's? Is that Fat Tuesdays? What's the one that's like the big and tall clothing store? That
Obese
Chico's?
Rick's.
Obese Rick's.
Yeah. No. I don't know.
Yeah.
Big
Thick
and tall.
Dons. Yeah.
Thick Rick's.
Hey, welcome to Thick Rick's. The guy's just fucking... He's like a Mr. Potato Head, heavy on the potato. You know? Like, hey.
Mr. Potato
Hey,
Head
will you mind
body.
just pouring some ketchup on my body?
They don't have cologne. They just have gravy. They just fucking
Oh, what are you wearing? That's sausage.
That's Stouffer's new cologne. Yeah, why not?
Oh, damn.
No, but it's one of those places.
Tyson does a deodorant.
Oh my God, That's amazing.
Oh my God, these condoms have real sheepskin in them.
It's chewy.
Oh man.
Oh no.
The lamb here is great.
Oh my God, this shirt has chocolate chips on it. Yeah, but it's one of those places where the dive bars, like, I just didn't really go to them because it's kind of like you said, it's one of those things where I was told this, where you walk in and they're like, "Who are you?" Like eye patch, fucking eye patchies.
Yeah, some guy takes his eye out of his mouth because it's wet. It's just gotten wet enough to put back in socket.
Yeah, it makes it sound like because it's just been sweating. But yeah, but there's a lot of great bars. Sandbar is awesome. It's like the sports bar there. I was there a lot. And it's just cool, man.
And did you think you were missing out on the world? Did you feel
No,
I was. That's a big. I don't know anybody else that just kind of went to a place and was like, "This is what I'm gonna do."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who else did. I mean, I was there just chilling, but it was perfect because every time I would look at my phone or look at Twitter, it was just there was always something fucking bonkers happening. Like no day was chill, and it would like stress me out, and I'm like, oh god, yeah. So then I was like, get me the fuck out of here.
Were people down there were they is it a lot of people trying to escape the pandemic? Was it people believing the pandemic? Was it a lot of like deniers, or was it just what was the vibe down there?
It was a lot of, it's a lot of locals, and it's a lot of people that, there were people that kind of believed it and kind of were, not believed it, but like were like, oh yeah, no, like you got to be careful.
Right.
I mean, nobody was like reckless, nobody was walking around sneezing into a fucking megaphone.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what that would do.
Sneezing straight into a baby's ass. You feel
me? Get that baby butt. Sneezy Jefferson. But yeah, no, it was. Yeah.
You sneeze into him and his arms go like this. Yeah.
Boink, and he cries blood out of his ears. Oh. No, it was chill. But there was, they took your temperature and people wore masks But a lot of people came to Key West to like get away from the masks.
And I hear there's a lot of like risque sex parties and stuff down there. Did you see any of that?
I didn't see. I had heard stuff, but that's kind of one reason why I was intrigued. I'm not going to a sex party.
Yeah.
Because every party I go to is a sex party. No.
I hear it's like a real semen-y Mardi Gras down there. Like that's kind of what you hear.
There are semen fights. Those break out at happy hour. Yeah, so it's just, a lot of fucking spider webs.
I'm the king of New York.
Yeah. But, no, it wasn't as wild. But also, this is post-COVID. So pre-COVID, I heard it was a lot crazier. They have a thing called Fantasy Fest, and they have stuff like that where they're like, dude, there's no rules. It's just completely insane.
And is Fantasy Fest, is it a gay festival? Because it's also
no, it's like anything. It's a lot of like swingers. Like that was kind of a vibe that I got. It's a lot of people that are like down, like married couples from Ohio that came down for a weekend.
Oh, they wheel in that brother.
Now they're wearing toilet seats.
And they always have some brother shows up in a Tony Gwynn jersey. And you're like, oh, this dude.
Yeah,
this dude's getting on base.
And then they're like, is that Manute Bol? And it just might be. Rest in peace to both those guys. They've passed.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, at Fantasy Fest. They started coming all their organs out because they were fucking so much. Is that my that's my spleen? That's my spleen? Yeah.
Sir, you're an organ donor. Thank you.
You donated to my butt bank.
Oh, yeah. Ching.
Ding dong.
Wow.
But yeah, it was great, man. And then I came back. It like kind of changed my whole view of everything. So I came back briefly to Los Angeles for a couple weeks to shoot a commercial, and just makes it little.
For what is it for? Boston Market?
It was for Wendy's. Yeah, it was like just only online.
I love
and then I went back to my place in LA, and I got a condo. It's nice, it's chill. And I looked at all my stuff, and I'm like, why do I have all this stuff? I don't need this shit. And I fucking got rid of, like, so much of my clothes, my shoes. I got rid of I had a Rolex, I had a diamond chain. I got rid of all of it.
Damn.
All of it. And I was just like, I don't need it. And that's what was cool about Key West is, like, I was there for that long, and I had maybe 8 shirts, 2 pairs of shorts, flip-flops, and a pair of shoes.
Damn.
And I was happy as fuck, dude. I was like, I don't need all this shit. You know what I mean? It was really cool, and it really, like, made me realize how much when you just have so much shit. I got rid of my car 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And like the more stuff you have, I mean, I live in a neighborhood where I can walk everywhere, but I just got rid of shit. It was just I donated it. You know what I mean?
And it felt cathartic. You're saying?
It was cathartic, and it's like if you're out there and you're listening,
Yeah.
like just look around where
Look
you live
around
and
your
just
house.
go like, do I need this? Need this? There was so
you have
much
a backup
shit.
blender. You don't need that.
Yeah, you don't need a fucking fourth fax machine.
Yeah. You have 40 bath towels. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's too much.
You have one body.
Yeah, you have one body.
Yeah.
And I mean, people in Key West would be like, oh, yeah, dude, you're still here. That's dope. And I go, yeah. And they're like, dude, do you need another shirt? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, all right. And we would like barter. I'm like, here's my spleen. And I'd fucking jerk a spleen into their fucking grill. But, yeah, it was just,
And
just
were you
showed
really
me a lot.
humming bats down there? Is it the kind of place where you're jerking off, or you save that more for the mainland? What's going on down there? Be honest with me.
With what,
Because
loads?
if I get to island, if I go out to an island, dude, I feel like the first thing I want to do when I get there is spray out,
Just unleash the seed.
Just bust 100,
Just,
son.
yeah, I mean,
Just
I
it's like
touched my
it's almost like
Jennies.
it's like your own little Christopher Columbus. It's your own little whatever that place is called, Chesapeake or whatever. Where'd they land at?
Plymouth Rock.
Plymouth Rock, dude.
Yeah. No, I mean it was. I played with my Jennies a couple times. I pretended like my balls were like an island, and then my dick was like a palm tree. So I'd just squeeze it and then make the tree unleash a fucking blizzard. But yeah, I know. I fucking touched my Jans.
Was it
It was just like whatever the fuck you want to do. It's like the movie Office Space, which is
Okay.
great. If you haven't seen it, watch it. But there's this scene where Peter, played by Ron Livingston, gets hypnotized. He's like a 9-to-5 corporate junkie
I
dude.
remember that.
And 9-to-5 dude. And
it's
he gets
about-
hypnotized and he goes into his zone and has this clarity.
Oh, damn.
And he just, the more he doesn't give a fuck, the more things happen to him that are good. And there's a scene where his buddy goes, hey, man, Peter, what's going on with you? And Peter just goes, have you ever done nothing? It's so much better than you think it is. And that's kind of how I was, because I was, I started comedy when I was 19, and I was immediately on TV and toured my whole life. And I'm 45. And I was filming and touring, and I never just stopped and like took a breath. Because everywhere I went, I would do shows. So I was always kind of, it's a little stressful, So it just was constant. So when I got there, I think that's why I stayed so long. Because as I was just like, oh, I've never just been like, I don't want to go through my emails. I don't want to check Twitter. I don't want to go on Facebook. I don't want to do this. I just want to like wake up, wave to the fucking sun, go get a fucking cocktail, go to the fucking beach. It's right there. It was just so awesome. And the people were so great. So many cool people.
People struggle. If you even look in the Bible, or if you look at even as old movies or anything, you could definitely see a lot of people are struggling. So it's not shocking that you might need help. And if you can't get help in your area, or if you don't want to go to a brick and mortar building because you might be nervous or scared, BetterHelp is available. That's right. BetterHelp, available worldwide. There's a broad range of expertise available. BetterHelp. Give them a call. They'll assess your needs and match you with a counselor, a real counselor. That's a licensed professional therapist. So this is real deal. This is people that can help you. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. Visit betterhelp.com/THEO. That's BetterHELP, and join the over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and TPW listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Theo. A lot of people wait till the end of the world to get athletic or to take care of their health. You see somebody 90 years old, they going for a run. First run. Like, what are you doing, Brenda? What's up, Hank? Get out the street, dog. But times have changed, man. That's right. That's why you need the new Peloton bike. That's right. Working out never feels like a chore. There's always something new to discover. Peloton makes fitness entertaining and fun. And right now you can get $350 off the Peloton bike. It's their best offer of the year. Visit onepeloton.com to learn more. That's onepeloton.com to learn more. $350 off the Peloton bike at onepeloton.com. Terms apply. Did you learn anything about yourself kind of in that time? Because it is a real, because I get afraid to take a break sometimes, you know?
Well, I mean, I learned that to decompress and to like take care of myself. And also just, you know, I mean, like, again, being 45, you know, the world just changed so much. Like, we grew up without social media and grew up without all this shit and all this stuff. And like I said, like 2020, 2021 were just so, it's just still insane. But it's like, it was just system overload, essentially.
Yeah.
So I was like, when I was quarantined and I was stone sober, I was like, oh, I want to go back to like reading and like just hanging out with, like, being with myself, you know, and not having stimulus and all these people and all this bullshit.
What'd you read? You reading books, zines? What were you reading?
I read fucking zines.
Did
I
you?
read books. Yeah. I can read.
I think I used to read Outdoor American. Can you pull that up, Colin?
Don't pull it up. Unlike Callan and Schaub, I can read.
There you go. Outdoor America right there. Budget set up for fall walleye. Go back to that. Go back to the dime with the walleye, huh? And what's the article at the top?
Dude, look at you. You want to catch your brown eye.
Hey, here we go, huh?
Yeah, that's
The
what's
old-
up, dude.
the old-
That's what's up, dude. Squeeb.
The old cold water crappie, huh?
Oh, shit.
Wearing how to catch fall crappie. Oh,
Grab your crabs.
question of my life. And did you do any fishing tours down there?
Yeah, I went out, like, everybody there has a boat. So, like, you want to go on the boat? And I love the ocean. I love the water. It's just, that to me is really cathartic.
Do you jump in the water when you get out there? Or you stay in the boat?
No, I walk on the water. I'm Jesus.
Oh, damn,
Yeah,
really?
of course I. Yeah, I get in the fucking water, dude. It's a trip, dude. So you go out, like, way out, and it's still walkable.
Yeah.
Like, they're like sandbars, they
Yeah.
call them.
Damn.
Yeah, it was
So
chill.
you really lived it up. So was there a point where...
I would take naps.
yeah,
Dude, I would
that's
take like
nice.
3 naps a day.
Oh,
It was so awesome.
dude, I took a nap. I think this is 2 days ago. Probably the first nap I've taken in a couple years, maybe. It was so nice. It was like only about 14 minutes, but it was so nice. I feel like it's hard to sleep at night. It's easier to sleep, get real good rest during a nap. Do you think that?
Yeah. I mean, I've learned with all the stuff, like, I've got a holistic doctor and people, like, that, you know, turn me on to certain things. And they were like, listen to your body. They were like, listen, if your body's tired, you should fucking lie down. Even if it's just 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, if you're hungry, like, eat. You know what I mean? If your body's like, hey, I want to eat.
Yeah.
Like, just grab a piece of fruit, grab some fucking veggies.
Damn.
Yeah.
So what brought you back? Is there now that you're back in Los Angeles and in mainland America, do you feel like there's anything that, like, was there stuff that you missed? Do you feel like you want to do more work? Do you feel like you want to go back there? Like, what do you kind of feel now?
I wanted to retire. I wasn't planning on coming home.
Really?
And then every day I would meet fans and take photos. And they're all like, what are you working on next? You know, when's your next stand-up special? When are you touring again? Because all my tour dates got canceled because of COVID. And I realized, then I would go like, I think I'm going to retire. And then people, the look on their face would be like, what? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I think I might just live here. And they're like, you can't do that. And then, like a lot of my friends and people were like, dude, you can't, you're fucking 44 at the time. You can't just cash in now. And they were like, you got to, like, keep going. And then I talked to my agents and shit, and they were like, yeah, where have you been?
Yeah.
And I like, they could hear parrots in the background, and I'm eating a tarantula. I don't even know what is going on. And so they're like, just come home, dude. Just come on, man. You can't quit. And it was frustrating because I had a new special before COVID. I had all this stuff. So I took a little bit more time, and then I was like, I gotta come home, and then I got offered 2 movies.
Wow.
I start filming in February.
You do?
Yeah, and then I'm starting to do stand up again, and so I missed it.
What's the movie going to be about?
There are 2 sequels. One is a sequel to a movie called The Binge, which is on Amazon, which I had not seen it, but my friend was producing it, and they offered me the sequel, and I watched it, and it's funny, dude. There's some really funny shit. Vince Vaughn's in it. There's a really good cast. It's about the movie The Purge. You know that? It's like a big franchise.
Oh yeah,
of
yeah. I
horror,
saw The Purge.
where one day you can like kill and rob
people
and shit.
Yeah.
This one is in the future, and it's like the world is sober, and one day everything's legal. Every drug, alcohol, everything's legal.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's like,
what would you do if you had one day? And then we'll get to this question that came in. If you had one day, what would you do where everything's legal?
what would I do?
Yeah.
What, drug wise?
Yeah, or anything.
If anything was legal?
Everything is kind of legal.
I mean, if you get away with it. No, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to rob a house or kill. I don't know. I don't think I could
You'd
kill
have
anybody.
to kill.
I mean,
You got to kill something, It's not that hard these days to find somebody to kill, I don't think.
I would probably, I couldn't kill.
My friend killed somebody.
By choice? Or he just made a oopsie?
I mean, it's, I'm not trying to.
Somebody fell on a gun.
It's not, I'm not trying to, Oh, God.
Well, no, you already opened the can of worms, but,
Guy
we'll
raked
let...
himself. Oh, some guy accidentally raked himself to death in his own yard. That's interesting.
He just punched his dick into his ass until he bled out.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Merry Christmas. Bring that image home to your family.
Oh, bro, there's been times where I just wanted to climb into my own ass, man.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I did that in Key West.
And just disappear.
Yeah, you just hide in a little fucking warm cave.
Yeah. And just reach out with one hand and cut the lights off like that.
Yep. Just hold it over the hole.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm doing that, and then a sequel to a movie I did called The Buddy Games with me and Josh Duhamel and Dak Shepard, Olivia Munn. It was a big hit. It's on video on demand, and it's on a bunch of streaming.
We'll
things.
never see it, but
No,
I bet it was good.
You will. But
we'll see it on the airplane probably. I feel like
it's rated R, bro.
Do you feel like it's interesting how movies now have kind of disappeared a little? It's like since the theaters are gone, it's different.
Yeah, but they're coming back. I mean, movies are still. I mean, I feel bad because a lot of the movies that were like huge movies, like Dune and Ghostbusters, and there was like a handful of them that are being released, but it fucking was a cock block. So my movie Buddy Games was supposed to be in the theaters, and we got C blocked. But
check it out. I will check out Buddy Games because I like a title like that, Buddy Games.
It's fun, dude. Yeah, so we're doing a sequel to that. So I'm filming February.
I would love that, dude. I could see you doing like a good movie for you. I think would be doing like something with armadillos or like night animals.
I've been offered that a lot. Yeah,
really?
They've offered me Armadillo the movie, Armadillo, the horror movie,
Are you joking around?
No, man, I don't joke about armadillos. A lot of people do.
You could. You think you could?
I got offered a porno armadillo.
Did you really? Damn, dude. Yep. It just comes out at night.
Mm-hmm.
Right into your bum.
Yep, comes out while you're sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
It's the size of an arm.
Oh,
it is.
It has a watch around its neck.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Dude, that is some flavor right there.
Bro, armadillos can jump really high. Can we get a video of that, please?
Okay, there's the fucking armadillo.
Look at that bad girl, huh? Shorty thick, huh?
Don't they?
She looks Mexican kind of with her hair like that.
What? Don't they have like scales or something? What's on their back? Don't they fold up into a ball?
Yeah,
they do. Because I was at a park and I picked it up and I dunked it, and then this thing died. It unveiled itself.
Look at that Dillo. I think they go by Dillo, huh?
Yeah, that's what Diplo, the DJ, he used to be called Dillo because he's an armadillo, I think.
Oh, I could see him being.
Let's edit that joke.
They're very nocturnal. Can we see the video of the jumping armadillo, please?
Yeah, that was what we wanted initially. Not the fucking thing eating leaves or vagina. I can't. Is it standing up?
That's a man. That's a walker.
Oh. That's how bad my vision is.
Ooh!
Ooh! She tased its pussy?
Huh? I don't know. That thing definitely, somebody,
Dude, she chased the labia.
that thing got a tater salad enema right there. You saw that? Dang,
Yeah,
bro.
dude.
Somebody freaking got dipped in the freaking, got a little bit of bowl slaw, dude.
Oh, we got an armadillo right here, y'all. Check it out. I'm gonna slow down so we can look at it.
Look at this
Okay, check
pervert.
this out. I got this air horn right here.
Oh, that's not cool.
I'm gonna see what happens when I blow it at the armadillo.
I can't see what
That was
happened.
funny.
Oh, I gotta go back. Can we zoom in on the screen some?
Right here. I'm gonna see what happens when I blow it at the armadillo.
What is about the damn?
That was funny.
Dude,
My God, that's
why does
cute.
that, dude?
You know, in the future, they're doing a thing now, and the future is now, and they're doing a thing where a lot of armadillos, they're getting the scales off of them, so it's just the body, and you
Why?
can, because people can have them more as pets. Isn't that unbelievable? The way that they're starting to,
Why don't they just get a cat?
they don't want that.
They have to have an armadillo. You fucking, what are these idiots? Who are these people?
I don't know, rich people probably, people making your movie probably.
Brendan
dude.
Schaub has probably a fucking kennel of fucking dillos. What a fucking idiot.
Oh, I'm sure Rogan
probably
has a
painting
couple. Yeah.
Rogan has a fleet. He's got an army.
I'm sure he has a couple. We had another question about Hollywood that came in. What else do we got?
What up, Theo? What up, Swarty?
Yo, what up?
Morning from Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, the
Just
Fiend.
had a little quick question. Who's more fun to work with, Jennifer Aniston or David Spade? To me, they're kind of both equal on the looks, both pretty good looking.
Yeah.
Aniston seems sneaky funny, though. Spade's obvious funny. So,
Okay.
That's
maybe depending on the mood you're in. But
There we go. That's
let me know,
good.
Swarty.
Thanks, dude. I love that you called me Swarty. That's my nickname.
Dude, I love that guy A looks like me if I were a little handsomer.
Right.
And that guy moved to Arizona. He's living kind of a Joe Dirt existence, kind of. Did you
Right.
catch that at all?
Yeah, I caught a little bit of dirt there.
Moved to Arizona,
He for sure has a dillo.
which is where
He's got a-
Spade is
he's-
from.
He's got a dillo necklace.
Oh,
Spade and Aniston, interesting question. They are both very different. You're accurate on Aniston being sneaky funny. She's very funny. She's got better hair than David,
ooh, yeah.
and hers is very majestic. David smells like Funyuns. Yeah.
Okay.
But David is very funny.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna give Aniston the edge because when you're in a scene with Aniston, you're eye to eye. When you look at David, you've got to look down, and he's kind of like a lawn gnome.
Oh, he's got that downhill vibe.
Yeah, but in a nice way, like a nice, funny little lawn gnome.
What
But-
about were you down there when Norm passed away?
Yeah, that was awful. Norm was one of my best friends. That was awful.
Really?
Yeah, that was my buddy Todd calling. I woke up from a nap, and I look at my phone. It's my friend Todd. I'm like, hey, what's up? He goes, were you just taking a nap? And I go, yeah, what's up? He goes, you haven't checked your phone, have you? And I go, no. And he goes, Norm Macdonald died. And I go, what? No. And he goes, yeah. And it was one of the few times in my life I just hung up the phone and immediately started sobbing. And I sobbed for like a half hour. I just completely lost it.
God.
He was like really like one of my close friends, and it was
Like cut and wait
fucking-
for a fight, huh?
it was awful, dude. It was just, and then I found out like he had cancer for a long time. Didn't tell anybody, and it was hard. It's still really hard. Everyone's pretty shook by it.
Do you remember the last time that you had seen him?
I hadn't seen him for a while, but the last time I saw him was at a bar by our place, and he would watch. He was a big gambler, but the last time I talked to him, when I was quarantined in Minnesota, he would I'd text him and I go, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And he goes, what? Who's this? And he would do this all the time. I go, it's fucking Nick, dude. And he goes, Nicky, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing, I'm quarantined. And he goes, you didn't stand up? And I'm like, no, the fuck? No one's doing stand up. And he goes, what's your plan? And I go, I don't know, I'm going to kick it here. And then I think I'm going to go to Key West. And I go, I might just retire though and just move to Reno. And just get like a residency, and then I'll just live in Reno. and just work there. Just be like an old comic.
Yeah.
And he goes, swear to God, he goes, that's a good idea. And I go, yeah, I don't know, whatever. He goes, no, maybe I'll join you. We'll both headline Reno. And I go, dude, Reno's fucking a mess. I go, no, I don't want to do that. So I go to Key West. A month later, he calls me. He goes, hey, what are you doing? And I go, I don't know. I'm in Key West. What's up with you? And he goes, when are you going to Reno? And I go, dude, that was a joke. I'm not moving to fucking Reno and retiring as like a comic. And he goes, fuck. I thought it was a good idea. And I'm like, no. And so that's the last time I talked to him. And then his his closest friend, Lori Jo, I hit her up after Norman passed, and I was like, hey, are you doing okay? And she goes, one of the last things before Norm died, one of the last things he talked about was moving to Reno with you.
No.
Yeah, and I go, are you serious? She goes, yeah, he was like, he really wanted to do that. And I was like, oh, and then that made me cry again. And yeah, it was just, that was Norm. It was awful.
Damn.
I'll tell you, I have so many Norm stories, but this is one of my favorites. And I was on tour, me, Sandler, Spade, Rob Schneider, and Norm was kind of like the wild card. He would pop in for certain dates. So we're, and believe Mohican Sun in Connecticut, and we're backstage. Everyone's in Sandler's green room talking, shooting the shit. And me and Norm are in the hallway hanging out. And I don't know why I did this. This long hallway, and this guy walks in. Way down the hallway, walks in the door. And I'm like looking, and we're always kind of suspicious about people that come backstage. And I go, I think that guy's a gun. And Norm goes, what? And I go, I think that guy's a fucking gun, dude. And he's like, oh my God. And he runs into Sandler's room and he goes, there's a gun. There's a man with a gun. And I was like, no, there's not. I was, no, I'm joking. There's not. And he goes, no, next to there's a guy with a gun. And Sandler goes, what the fuck? There's a guy with a fucking gun? And Spade's like, oh no, what the fuck? What's going on? And I'm like, no, there's no gun. There's no gun. I was making like a joke just for Norm. And Norm's like, what? How's that a joke? And I'm like, I don't know. And Sandler was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Spade's like, yeah, real cool, man. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go to my room. And Norm's like, yeah, I thought there was a gun. I'm sorry, Nick said it. I'm like, good Lord.
Real buzzkill.
And the guy walked past, it was a security guard. But yeah.
So he really did have a gun.
He didn't have a gun, but he just looked like somebody that would have a gun.
Yeah, well, people use guns for security, man.
It was just not a good joke on my part, especially poor Norm.
Did you guys ever work together or not?
We did those shows together, and we did like...
Oh, I got a Norm story, too.
We never like were on stage together, like fucking Bonnie and Clyde or whoever duo is.
I was at, I don't think it's, is it Bonnie and Clyde?
I don't know. Clyde Drexler.
Oh, you can hear our security guard. He's going to the shitter.
Oh, dude, yeah, you can hear.
Bro, he had, I don't know if he eats at like a trough or something, but he has the worst.
Who, Norm or the security guard?
Bowel movements. The security guard here. And he's a parking attendant, but his shirt says security. I'm like, that's a...
Yeah.
That's
sounds like no one's safe from that bathroom.
Yeah. But he's in there about probably... If I go in there, he's in there 1 out of 2 times when I go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so he has a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs an armadillo.
Oh, he
Clog
needs...
up that drain.
Yeah, he does, dude. He does.
No fucking scales. Just clean.
Yeah, no scales, baby. This bitch is clean, boy. Damn, I got my baby a damn freaking scaleless dilla, baby. God damn.
I can't. Is that a real thing?
I'm looking at
people want scaleless armadillos.
You bet I'm looking at titty tonight, son. Damn, boy. Woo! I'll eat half my own asshole, son. I'm fucking. If I'm looking at scaleless dilla, son, it's on, baby.
Fuck.
It is on, bro. I will fucking eat a pecan out of my cousin's ass, baby. You feel me? Let's go.
On Christmas morning.
Let's go, Elvis Presley. You think you could do a good Elvis Presley impersonation?
I could make an attempt.
All right.
I don't know if I would ever use it on anything.
I'll have a believe.
All right.
Yes, G.
Who let the dog out? Who let the dog out? I just got me an armadillo. Then he dies. He goes into a stroke.
Oh, damn,
Yeah,
dude.
it's a dark impression.
And that's, who was that? That's Benedict Cumberbatch? Who was that?
Yeah, that was Benedict Cumberbatch doing Elvis Presley.
And that was
Steven Seagal.
And that was Aaron Gonzalez? Was that your Aaron Gonzalez impersonation?
Yeah, that's correct.
Go Pats.
Yeah.
No, so I had to go to this casino one time with Norm, right?
God.
And
Is he gambling then?
No, he was playing on the show. Adam Egget was there, and I somehow got booked in the feature, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Norm's headlining. I felt like Norm was on pills or he was a little bit lit, but I don't know if that's true. Some people say he never did any drugs. I don't know. He seemed like he was off.
He took pills.
But he could have been, he could have just been having this was like.
Well, he had cancer for a while. When was
right,
this?
so who knows? I don't even know. So, but this is when I was alive and, in my past. So what happened was I go on stage and I ran the light. Right? I was like,
not cool, but yeah.
And it was literally in a barn, like attached to a casino, like the place where you could hear, like, there were like live births. Like there was a lot going on,
Oh, from animals or people?
I mean, who knows? Thick things.
You just heard the sludge.
Oh, you heard.
You heard some pussy sludge.
You let the bodies hit the floor. There was nobody catching these things that were being born,
Right.
It was just a lot of skinny.
Free falling. They were free falling. And then they would hit the ground.
A lot of skinny puppy,
Oh
a lot
my
of babies
God.
that were fart powered.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
all right.
that's my son,
Oh, a little robo fart?
Just that kind of.
So who books this gig? Helen Keller? fuck?
So anyway, he goes out there and he is like, you can barely even hear him. It's bad. He's just kind of garbling his words, right?
Right.
So anyway, the next day, we're all downstairs. Jerry Mathers is there too. Okay.
What? Well, no.
Swear.
Jerry Mathers is Beaver from Leave It to Beaver.
Bring up a picture of Jerry Mathers, please.
Also, that's a real show for all the kids out there.
Leave
It's
It to
called
Beaver.
Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
And Beaver was like the rascal son, right?
Oh, all old shows are porns now, right? There he is, right there. God.
Yeah.
And
What the fuck was he doing? Giving birth
he was fucking.
to Eddie Haskell?
I mean, bro, he
Is that
was
the same show.
and Eddie Haskell died recently. R.I.P. Very sad. But
Gang violence.
I'm not sure what it was. I think it was
He
Miss.
lived in a nice neighborhood.
I think it was Miss Applebaum or whatever. Whoever the teacher was, he was always at odds with.
Yeah.
Miss Crabapple or whatever her name was. But anyway, so I get up. I get up there. In the morning. Oh, so Mathers is there, right? And I said to him, I was like, he's like, I was just talking to him. I was a huge fan. I bought an autographed picture of him when I was a kid. I had it on my wall at home. I had a Jerry Mathers autographed picture on my wall at home.
That is gross.
Because his name was Theodore and my name Theodore.
Oh, that's right.
So I was just keyed in, right? So anyway, I wish this story would end.
You were like, leave it to Sleazer, dude. He had his picture
anyway,
on, fucking thrown on your fucking eggnog on
he
his
goes,
face.
"Where do you live?" I said, "I live in Santa Monica." He goes, "I used to get some pussy in Santa Monica."
Oh.
That's exactly what he said, bro.
Jeez.
So right there, I'm a little shook. I'm excited. I'm still excited that it's him, but I'm a little shook.
Right.
But anyway, in the morning, Norm's downstairs. We all have to play in this poker tournament. That's part of the weekend deal, the package. And Norm's like, "Man, a lot of hot chicks here, huh?" And I'm looking around, and it's like nobody's hot in this area, right? There hasn't been anybody hot here. If somebody here were hot, you would know about it immediately. They'd be on a calendar.
They would be on the news.
Yeah, they would be on the news. Yeah,
Dead or alive.
yeah, they would be on the news, bro. Yeah, if a decent strand of jeans passed through this town, the fucking fire alarms would go off, right? There has not been.
They would be up from the news to a milk carton in like a week.
There has not been a unique strand of GTAC to roll through this area since fucking
So
what?
Norm was definitely on pills if he was like looking around.
Right.
There's some tail here.
Yeah. So I thought he was serious, right? Because I don't really know him. I'm like, yeah, man, there definitely is. And then he goes, fuck no, there isn't. Right? And it just shook me.
That's so him. That's amazing.
He like baited me into believing that he
Yeah, and then fucking pulled the rug out.
Yeah.
Dude, he was
Fuck no, there isn't.
It's so hard because you never know. I mean, I was one of his good friends for a long time. I'm talking like 15 years.
Wow.
And I still was like, I could kind of gauge, but sometimes I was like, what is he saying?
Right.
But he was out of this world.
And did he chase a lot of women? Did he have a wife or anything?
No, I never met a wife. He has a son, Dylan, who's really cool.
So he must have did sex once, at least.
I mean, I never saw. He was addicted. He was a big gambler, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
he loved to gamble.
gambling.
And
but
did
he had a bit. He always did so many gay jokes, but I never knew him to be gay or anything. But he had a joke. He was on Letterman, and or no, it was Conan, and he was promoting his book, and he goes, "Yeah, it's not a memoir, but it's just it's a book." And he goes, I don't talk about being a deeply closeted gay man. And Conan goes, "What? You're gay?" And he goes, "What? No, why'd you say that?" And he goes, "Well, you just said." He goes, "No, I'm deeply closeted." And he goes, "So you're not gay?" He's like, No, I'm straight as an arrow. And he goes, and then he goes, and I'm paraphrasing, forgive me, but he goes, deeply closeted means the guy who's gay, but he's so gay he won't admit it. He hides it. And he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm straight." It was such a fucking good bit. Again, I fucking paraphrased it, but it's on YouTube.
That's funny, man.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, I watched one of his clips when he was on, I think, The View. Did you see that clip?
No.
When they're trying to get him to, like, he's trying to be very realistic. The show's, like, ultra liberal, and he's just trying to be just a realist, like...
Yeah, that's how he was.
Yeah, and they're like, they're like, "You'll never be back on this show." They're all joking about it and stuff. And he wouldn't because he wasn't, like, just kind of conforming to whatever, like, I don't know, just some ridiculous story.
Why would they have him on?
I don't know.
That's so weird. Like, he's so not... I can see him doing it, like, if they offered it to him, but I can't...
Here we go. Let's get a little bit of it.
That the Democrats don't steal the election from the winner, but who knows?
You like George Bush, don't you?
I love George Bush, man. He's a good man, decent, none of this. He's not a liar, a crook, murderer, or anything like that. So it'd be good to get the... See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Who's murderers?
Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
Yeah, we're not allowed to. You're not allowed to put out accusations without.
That's a little too
That's
far.
the way it does work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay? Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. Listen,
No,
we don't need
I
to
don't want
talk
to get
about
into
that.
this, and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question.
Exactly.
So get with it.
There you go.
This is a live show.
Not for nothing, Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara. So I'm now going to ask the next question.
I thought it was a matter of record.
He's just saying.
Okay.
Let me do this, okay?
They don't even want to talk about the fact that maybe the guy murdered somebody.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk football.
All right, manslaughter.
Let's talk football.
He's doubling down. Yeah, Norm doesn't play by rules, dude. That's hilarious.
Cash back credit cards, it's becoming a thing of the past. Bitcoin, that's the future. That's what they're saying. BlockFi has the world's first Bitcoin rewards credit card that lets you earn an unlimited 1.5% in Bitcoin on all qualifying purchases. Whether you're a crypto pro or a total beginner, you can finally earn Bitcoin the easy way with the world's first Bitcoin rewards credit card from BlockFi. Yep, that's it. Wish you got into Bitcoin sooner? BlockFi can help. Right now, our listeners can get a bonus of $25 in crypto after you make a first purchase with the credit card when you sign up at blockfi.com/Theo. That's BLOCKFI.com/THEO. You have a family member, a friend, a wife, a second wife, and they like that crypto, hit them with this. Daddy, get that item. Start earning Bitcoin back on your qualifying purchases today. Not all will be eligible. Geographic, regulatory, and underwriting restrictions apply. Fees and terms subject to change. Additional term of service at BlockFi.com. BlockFi is a financial technology company. Bank and service provided by Evolve Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. All your loved ones really want for the holidays is to see you, or to just to have a connection, you know. And that's why an Aura frame can help. With your Aura frame, you can give them access to your frame so they can upload pictures to you. So you can be walking down the hall and bam, you see Margaret, you know, uploaded them Hooters, or, you know, a nice beach shot. Or you see Angelica or somebody, Frank, put a picture of the kids, bam, and there's a video and a surprise, and bam. And it's suddenly part of your life. And they did it without you even knowing. So there's a really cool aura to it, I guess, to be just right on the nose. Last year, Aura frames completely sold out, so don't wait. Visit Aura, A-U-R-A, frames.com and get gifting now. That's A-U-R-A, frames.com. Listeners, use code WEEKEND to get 30% off Aura's best-selling digital picture frames. I think comedians don't do you think that there's a thing? Like, I noticed this the other day. I was driving with a friend of mine, and the traffic was all backed up, right?
Right.
And I just go around. Like, it's the interstate. Like, there's, 700 cars in line. I just go to the outside area where it's not a street,
Yeah.
and just go. And my friend's like, I just think that he's a comedian. This guy, John Christ, and he's like, I think that's just what comedians do. He's like, I think you just see, you don't want to do whatever the conformity is,
Yeah, I mean, I think that's initially like how it
Some comedians.
The genesis of comedy is going against the grain. Like when I was in school, when I was a kid, I just would go rogue to make people laugh. So you're going against the grain and authority in that sense. And I think a lot of comedians, even if they don't do it on stage, they kind of go rogue.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's how I was. And that's when I was in Key West, again, for a year and a half. People were like I'm of the ilk of like, if somebody tells me I can't do something, I'll be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
So when people are like, well, you can't just stay in Key West. And I go, yeah, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And all these people are doing that. And I'm like, you're making it way worse when you keep telling me that I can't do that. And my family and my friends are like, so I don't understand. So you're just going to just stay there? And I'm like, if I want to, yeah. Like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm fucking doing whatever with my life. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm like just chilling on an island.
Do you think you'll retire there? Do you have a retire spot? Is a retire like a real thing?
I mean, I might. Yeah, I really loved it. I really, really loved it. And it was cool. They said a really nice thing to me. Because, like, after a while, at first people were like, Nick Swardson, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah.
And there was a bar, and they had, like, a celebrity, like, Wall of Fame. And they had pictures of people who had been there. And I was like, oh. And I'd been in Key West for a while. And I go, hey, do you want my picture? And the guy who manages it goes, no, man. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, because you're just Nick. You're our friend Nick. We don't look at you like an actor or comedian. You're just our buddy Nick. And he goes, everybody kind of thinks that on the island. Like, you're just Nick. And it was, like, really cool. And, like, that's why I loved it. And, like, I'd walk down the street and people would be like, hey, Nick. And I'm like, hi. It's, like, awesome.
That's cool, man.
And they have a lot of dogs, which I like. Like, they let dogs in bars.
Yeah.
So you go to, like, a bar and there'd be, like, 7 dogs. It'd be so exciting.
And if you can't even talk to anybody, or if somebody's just impossible to talk to, you just start petting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew people's dogs' names more than their name. Which is weird. And
did you feel any of that? I feel like it's just, I heard also there's no beach there. It's not like a good beach in Key West. Is that true?
There's not a great beach.
What the fuck,
There's like
bro?
one or two.
How do you be Key West and not have a beach though?
And no, it is weird. And that's kind of a misconception. Because I was the same way. I'm like, where the fuck? Like, you can make
Where's the
things
beach, bro? Where's the thigh tied, huh?
Well, the big thing
Ready
is
to see some fucking hips slam against each other.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying, man.
You know?
I showed up and I'm like, where's What are them fucking pussy rafts?
I'm ready to sniff some fucking bunk out here.
Yeah, I want to fucking shoot a cumbrella. Just fucking shoot it up, and everybody gathers on the fucking beach.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it's a lot about going out on the boat. That's where like the big thing is. And you
Okay.
go out to sandbars and there's beaches out there. And so like boating is a big thing. Everybody's got a boat and they got a golf cart too. You travel by golf cart.
Oh, I like that.
Which is fucking dope as shit.
And is there a lot of nudism out there? I also hear it's like a nudist colony. Is there some of that?
No. It's not a nudist colony.
Could you do it? One of my sisters did drugs one time and climbed up to a nudist colony on accident. She was mountain climbing with a friend. She said she was on drugs, but
Those should not go together. Drugs and mountain
Dude.
climbing.
And they climbed up to some place.
What drug was it? Do you know? I mean, if it's cocaine, you're like, oh, then
I don't know.
she was just like,
I think it was a smokable drug, but not weed. So something. But she goes, and she doesn't even tell like a funny story. She's like, we went climbing, and next thing you know, we had to have lunch at that nudist colony. Apparently, they got to like some place where they had like some nudes up there, some
on
people.
top of a mountain?
Or like at a flat area that's along like by a mountain. You know what I'm talking about?
A prolapsed asshole?
I mean, yeah, it could be.
I think that's what it's called.
Damn, the old P-laps, huh?
That's fucking weird. So did they have to get naked?
I don't think so. I
She
think
fucking did. I bet she did. If she was high on some fucking Jerry Mathers fucking shit, dude, she was fucking higher.
Hopefully she had that little front skunk out. You know what I'm saying, bro?
What is that?
I don't know. This is my sister. Can we not talk about this, dude?
You fucking brought her up, dude. You're
Fuck
fucking you're drug addict extreme.
You're the one who's trying to
fucking
leave the
climber.
country to an island that's not even an island.
What do you mean trying? I went to the fucking thing, and it is an island, but they built a bridge so people from Miami can fucking OD.
It's not an island then, man.
It's an island.
Dude, an island, you can't get there, bro, unless you meet a man who fucking runs a smoothie business and has a boat, dude.
Dude, now you're man islanding. It's like mansplaining, but it's fucking. Why does a man have to take you there?
That could be.
Why can't
You're
it be a
right.
lesbo?
I'm sure there's some hardy men. Dude, let's see if another video question came in. Anything else here we got for Nick?
See, I'm gone 2 years, and now I'm not in demand anymore.
Oh, we got a ton of them.
Oh, look at fucking Gary.
Is this Rittenhouse?
Theo, Nick to the power of 2. I just wanted to ask you guys, what was the most influential sports moment you guys have seen either live or on television that really got you up out of your chair, got your vocal cords going? For me, it was the Seattle Seahawks beating the Packers in the NFC Championship in like overtime. But they don't win anymore, so it's kind of hard to...
Guy got a little chatty at the end, but seemed like a nice
Anyways,
guy.
gang.
Thank you, Kyle Rittenhouse.
Kyle's the dude that's gonna like. Wait, no, is his name Kyle?
I think so.
That guy, it seems like the dude who's like, when you're too drunk at the party, he's like, I'm not drinking, man. I'll take you home.
Yeah.
He'll give you a ride. He's like sober cab, dude.
Yeah,
that's a compliment.
That's like safe friend, dude.
Yeah.
That's safe friend. He's the guy who would get murdered by somebody for being a nice guy, you know?
Yeah, he's the guy that like, oh, that guy's got a flat tire, and then they pull over to help him, and then the tire iron just goes.
Next thing you know,
and
Yeah.
his jaw's fucking in Alcatraz.
yeah. Next thing you know, you got a flat heart, bro.
You got a flat heart rate.
Your brain just ran out of air, dude. You got PSY, dude. Nobody fucking knows why
Don't
you're
try to
dead,
flex
bro.
seal this shit, dude. You're
I just put a
fucked.
can in on the way here, man.
Did you really?
I have 50 PSI right now on one of my tires. That bitch is ready to bust.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Yeah, boy. Oh, to answer your question. The last time I lost my mind, I was in Denver when I was supposed to do those shows. And I was at the bar at the hotel, and I'm watching the Vikings play the Saints in the playoffs. I'm a big Vikings fan. I'm Minnesota. And they fucking did that crazy catch, Casey Keenum to Stephon Diggs. And the bar was full, and nobody's watching the game because it's Denver. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh, my God. And then I've rarely done this. I just started screaming, and I fell down on my knees, and I put my hand over my head. And I was like, oh, my God. And I started to tear up. And then everybody thought that I was having, like, a problem, like a heart attack or, like, an aneurysm.
Oh, yeah.
So people were like, whoa, man, hey. And then the bartender, who I know, I've stayed there for fucking ever, And he was like, no, he's from Minnesota. They just scored like a crazy fucking play, like all time insane. And everybody was like, oh, Jesus. And I was like, I just lost my shit. I really lost it. That's one of the biggest I've lost. What about you? You're a Saints fan, aren't you? Aren't you Saints? Are you Saints fan?
I can't hear you.
My other favorite was against the Saints, and Kyle Rudolph called it a touchdown in the end zone. We won again. Who dat?
Dude.
Who dat? That's the guy in your living room the next week. And then the Vikings blow it, so it all evens out.
You know what? I was pretty burned. That was one of the worst moments ever as a Saints fan, for sure. Because
Yeah, that had to be awful.
I paused the game for the fourth quarter, for like, it was literally, I think, 3.5 minutes left. And I stopped the game because I had to do my podcast because I had to get it out for the next day, right?
Right.
So towards the end of I figure I'm just going to watch the end of the game when I get done. We're up by 10. We're up by 10.
You guys are up.
And you guys had the ball. So I was like, oh, we got this. We're going to move on to the next round. And then my brother called. I saw him kept calling. So I actually put the call into the episode. And I was like, what's going on? He's like, man, you're not going to believe this. And we might even be able to, maybe we can put the clip in. If we do, it'll be right here. But he's like, they did some type of play and the angle the defensive guys had, and we lost the game. And I'm like, how did we it was impossible to lose.
And you went to your DVR and we're like, hello, darkness, my old friend. Well, we didn't even do a crazy play.
Everybody hurts.
The tackle, he just went low, and Stephon jumped over him, where he should have just gone in full body.
Yeah.
He just tried to do like a little, I think it's called a Falcon Crest.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I felt bad for the defenders.
I did too. That shit was horrible. But the best play I've ever seen, I was there when Kobe scored 81 points, I remember. That was kind of an interesting time. That's the only Laker game I've ever been to, actually. And what else, dude? Oh.
Sandler's making a movie about Sean Payton. Kevin James is playing Sean Payton.
I almost auditioned to be in it.
You should have gone in for that shit.
I know.
And played Sean Payton's wife or something.
I should have.
Or his concubine.
Ooh, I like that.
I don't know if he has a concubine.
I could have played Alvin Kamara maybe, or...
yeah.
Drew Brees if I'd have been in a freaking wheelchair.
What? Drew Brees is dope.
No, Drew Brees. Say if Drew Brees got hit by like a car or something.
Oh, okay.
Like in an alternate
universe. You're just
universe.
Gonna change the whole storyline.
Yeah, an alternate universe. There's a guy named Drew Brees.
Yeah, and he still plays.
I mean, he's like, they want him to play, but he can't.
But he still does because he's Drew Brees.
He's like the Stephen Hawking of footballers, kind of.
Right.
He's like left blue 52, blue 52.
And he just has like a T-shirt cannon instead of like an arm. So he's just like, and just shoots the ball. Every place is a Hail Mary. That would be a fucking amazing movie. Dude, we just wrote a fucking hit movie.
Oh, we're good. Yeah, I got offered to go in. I didn't go in. I should have probably.
You canceled it because you had a podcast?
Probably. Because podcast is in my control. It's like I like to do stuff that's in my control, you know?
I actually might start a podcast.
Really?
Yeah. Everybody's just been telling me, they're like, why don't you do one? And I'm like, I don't know, because it's hard doing the road and filming, and so it'd be nice to just do a pod.
Did you get plastic surgery while you were down there?
No, why?
Your eyes look more like magnetic, kind of.
I got magnets in my eyes. Is that what you mean?
Oh, that could have been it. Yeah.
They injected magnesium.
Really? Are you
Yes.
Are you an evangelical Christian?
Correct.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm also an X-Men now.
Ooh.
Yeah. So,
you mean you got this sexual reconstructive surgery?
Correct. Yeah, and then also I have magnets in my eyes.
Oh, damn.
So if there's somebody's a robot near me, my eyes go right on their dick. Or vagines and yeah, it's exciting.
Do you think we'll still have comedy in the future, Nick? Do you think that this is something that's going to be around for a while? You start to see a comedian died the other day. This guy, Matt Bylan, I think.
Who? I don't know.
Matt Bylan.
What prompted, do you think comedy will be around in the future?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why'd you say that? When are people going to not like laughing?
Well, because here's what's happening.
Robots.
Well, they have so much. They can create everything now. So it's like at a certain point, you're still going to need people when they could just create a bot of a human. You know what I'm saying? Like
Comedy bot, or what do you mean?
Well, like they're just starting to create like so. Anyway, this comedian that passed away, Matt Billon, maybe Billon.
Right.
I looked the other day. I went on Facebook. I put Matt Billon death, right? Because I was just trying to find out what had happened to him. I didn't.
Right.
I just heard, and there were all these articles that were written, but they were written by bots. So it's like, oh, that's interesting. Now, like, because some of it didn't make sense. It would have like some information and then like a ad for like Zales, like written right into the typing.
Oh, that's
you know what I'm
gross,
saying?
yeah.
Right. It's gross. But it's like 5 of the 6 things I even found about him passing away were written by bots.
Why don't you just call somebody that's a comic?
Right. I agree. But it
Have
just
you not
starts.
met a stand-up comic yet?
But it's just interesting that like bots are writing articles now. And some of the articles, it was information without the
It was
Zales.
information, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Well, that's like Instagram.
No discount, but you got the information.
But that's like thing about Instagram too is like I would meet people or friends of mine that are like whatever personalities, but I would look on their Instagram. I'm like, they have 200,000 followers. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. I didn't know they were fucking crushing it that hard.
Yeah.
And then I would like click on a photo. I'm like, oh, it's a cool photo. And then there'd be all these comments, and I would like click on them, like, but they would be like, hey, awesome picture. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And all these like comments where I'm like, who the fuck is this? And then I would click on it. And then a couple of my friends I called out. I'm like, bro, who is Z-Bop Zozo Z? Like somebody. And they'd be like, oh.
Or it'd be like, you're not even using my holes. That's what it'll say. Something like that. And you're like, what is
That would be
this?
amazing if there was like a system that would sell you like bot comments, but it was just they could say whatever they want.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of bots out there.
I just fucked your mom.
What do you think comedy will be like in the future? I mean, where do you see it? Do you think it'll always be around, or do you think
stand-up comedy or
that it too could
comedy?
get botted out? Stand-up comedy.
Yeah, of course. Because there's nothing like seeing a live show. There's just nothing like it.
Yeah.
When you see a comic live, you don't know what's gonna happen. It's fucking awesome.
But what about all those people that died at that one event recently? You see that thing, that Travis Scott thing?
Was he doing stand-up?
No, he's just singing, but
No, yeah, that was awful. Those people got crushed. I saw a video of like that at a soccer match in England, and it's one of the worst. I wish I could unsee it. And it was a fucking mob pushing against the gate, and it was like a fucking almost like a cheese grater. These people are just smashed, and they all like tons of people died. It was awful.
Oh,
it's just so sad. That's why like I don't want to have kids, dude. I don't want to send them off to a fucking concert, and then they're dead.
What concert will you take them to? What was your first concert?
Radiohead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was dope.
What the hell am I doing here?
Yeah.
God, they were good.
It was at a small club, a Prince's Club called First Avenue. I mean, it's not small, but it's like, 300, 400 people. And their new album,
Is
The
it
Bends,
Bunkers,
just
that
came
place,
out.
or no?
It's not Bunkers, but Bunkers is dope.
I went to Bunkers a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, you were just there. But, yeah, and so I saw my buddy's like, you want to go see this band Radiohead? I'm like, do they sing that song Creep? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. And he goes, yeah, they have a new album called The Bends. And we went, and it was fucking insane.
Yeah.
And then I was like hooked on going to concerts. That's the thing about live shows with comedy, like support like your clubs and go see live comedy.
Yeah, there's nothing like
It's
it.
just so fun. There's nothing like it.
There's nothing like it.
And you might find a little fucking diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
Like I used to bring comics that I would meet that were funny. That were funny as shit,
Oh, yeah.
Like I had Zach Galifianakis open for me. I had like a lot of people that you don't know what you're going to see. It's like a band. When you go, oh, that band's great. And somebody would be like, oh, yeah, I wanted to bring you to the concert. Like I saw the White Stripes, they are.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking dope.
Yeah.
And I was really hip to music back then. I had 2 tickets to the White Stripes at the El Rey. It's a great venue. It was like a third full. Like this was just before they broke. But I knew them. I was fucking hip as shit, dude.
Yeah.
And I went, and there was, like I said, third full.
Wow.
And I couldn't even give the ticket away. I'd call people. And then years later, my friends would listen to him, and I'm like, yeah, I had the ticket. I called you.
Yeah, you didn't care.
And then I fucking took a brick.
Smash it on your head.
Yep.
Smash it on your
Right in
head.
her fucking eyes.
Smash it on your head.
Brick to the eye, dog.
Smash it on your head.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see one more question that came up, man, and then we'll get you out of here. Oh, wow.
Oh, I just came urine.
Oh.
Help!
Is it Christmas already?
What's the question?
This guy's doing well right here. See, that's what I'm talking about, this COVID fear.
Yo, what up, Nick and Theo? It's your boy Dan calling from up here in northern Maine. Nick, I got a would you rather for you.
Okay.
Would you rather be able to read people's mind, or would you rather be able to see into the future? Theo, appreciate you. Love you, baby gang.
Gang, baby. Thank you. In North Maine, I hope to go to Bangor sometime in May.
That's one of the only states I've never been to.
Maine?
Let me answer your question. See into the future. How far into the future? We gotta work on that. Read people's minds. The future would kind of freak me out. The mind I could kind of like learn from, but the future, I don't know if I want to know the future.
Yeah.
Because
it's like.
But again, how far into the future? So let's fucking work on that. But I'm gonna go with no, fuck it. I'm gonna go with reading the future, because if you read somebody's mind, it couldn't be like literal. Sometimes I'll just think of weird shit that's not.
Yeah. What if the guy's an idiot and you're stuck with him forever?
Well,
Or what if this?
What if it's
you're
Brendan Schaub?
Yeah. Oh.
Brendan's a friend of mine. That's
no.
so don't.
But it's only
I'm
2
like,
paragraphs. Yeah. You're like, damn, this mind.
It's just
is...
like, dude, what?
Oh, you're cold, dog.
Dude,
but
I'm
yeah.
going after those guys.
Oh,
man.
dude,
That's our
those guys
job.
look like
that's our fucking job,
bro. Those guys, fucking Brendan Schaub literally looks like a fucking love seat. He bought a Corvette. That's what it looks like.
He looks like if White Claw were a person. Yeah. Like the drink White Claw.
Yeah, he looks like the abominable White Clawman. Yeah, that's what he looks like.
We
looks
love
like
Brian and Brennan.
He looks like Paul Bunyan's gay little son, dude.
He looks like Paul Dud.
Like he'll fucking just axe your. He'll just axe right through his own butt.
He'll axe body spray you to death. All right, I
well,
got Rolo.
Yeah, I think we covered it, man. So is it safe to say that you're back in the business?
I think so. I think I'm back. So I'm just getting it all together right now. Fucking sober Kai again.
Are you?
Yep.
How long you been sober for?
2 months.
Wow, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? We have one more question. Since that, I know one of the questions that came in that was good. Let's get it in here.
What's up, Theo? What's up, Nick? This is Paul from Virginia. I know both you guys in the past have struggled with drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
And myself as well fell victim to the dark arts recently. And I'm going into residential rehab here in a couple days. So I was just curious if you guys had any advice for someone trying to achieve long-term sobriety. Thanks, gang, gang.
Gang, baby.
Okay. I mean, do you want to take it or do you want me to jump in first?
Well, I think whatever, and we can also, I just felt like we could try to just share anything, our experience, you know.
I mean, it's tricky. It depends upon, is it drugs and alcohol? Drugs, which drug? You know what I mean? I've done every drug. You've probably done every drug.
Yeah, I think I have. I never smoked crack.
I've smoked crack.
You have?
Yeah, I haven't done heroin.
I haven't done heroin either. I always wanted to smoke crack.
I did it like kind of on accident.
Yeah.
I only did it once, and I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And then I was like, "What?" And they were like, "That's crack." And I'm like, "Why? I can't feel my lips."
You can hear the train a coming. That's what I hear. I just hear it's all aboard, dude. That crack train, boy.
I know.
Fucking spray hound too, dude. Welcome all aboard the spray hound. You will just start. I mean, I heard you can't even stop just the ejac from coming out of you.
I don't know. I did it. I got an accident once, and I was like, I don't want to do that.
Accidental crack?
Yeah, I was like already fucked up, and somebody handed me a pipe. It was fucking glass, and I thought it was fucking. There was some white shit in it, and I'm like, oh, what's this thing?
I want to smoke till my fucking wife and kids are gone. That's what I want to do.
I mean, yeah, why not? But yeah, it was a crack accident.
Yeah, it was, dude. Let's go.
Well, no, I should take this seriously, but
yeah.
I mean, you know, it really depends upon you, and you know, I'm not a fucking doctor. But in my experience, which is kind of what you asked, it's tricky. I mean, and that's an understatement, but you've got to just really... I had to pull back a lot because I've been hospitalized a couple times for alcohol. And I had to really get a grip on what I wanted out of my life and really take time for myself. And, you know, it sounds corny, but love yourself and appreciate yourself and the people that care about you and just look at the big picture. And it's, you know, I've seen a lot of people go the opposite and not make it out. You really have to figure out what you want to do. I mean, I don't know. That was a really messy answer, but
no, I think it's a good point. That's a great answer, I think. Because that really determines it. It's not up to any invisible power. I mean, it could be up to God if you need to find a higher power to help you. But yeah, I think trying to have some semblance of what your goal is for yourself. Because a lot of times I find if I'm goalless and I don't have any real intention, then I'm much more likely to fall into the dark arts, really, for me. You know,
right.
If I'm just letting the world affect me however, and I don't have a plan every day when I kind of wake up, then of course I'm going to fall prey to whatever. And there's a lot of dark forces out there, man. You know, freaking everything, man.
Yeah, anything will pull you in. It's really, I mean, in my experience, I've gone back and forth with alcohol. And I've been on podcasts and talked about it. I've been hospitalized and whatnot. And I finally just had to find a reason and goals, like Theo said, where I'm like, you know, this is what I want to do. Yeah, you gotta like care about yourself and stuff like that. And drugs are different, so I don't know what drugs you're into, but in my experience, it was alcohol and drugs. Drugs that just made me feel like shit. Like when I did coke, you know, handful of times. You've had the
or a handful.
Yeah, a handful many times. But yeah, it's.
Oh, I'll eat a squirrel from the backside on coke, dude. That stuff will really, my God.
Don't do that.
You will start at the back of an animal, Sonny, and get to know it.
But you've got to want to help yourself. You really do.
Right.
Like if you, you know, you just reach out, seek help if you need it. But you really, 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 it comes down to you and wanting to get help and get off that shit, man. And it's easier said than done, but I've been down that road. And sometimes it takes a wake-up call, and I had a couple, and sometimes you fucking don't wake up. A lot of my friends, you know. I mean, you've had friends who have died. I've had half of the comedian friends I know. I mean, it's just sad.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know.
Especially during the pandemic. It's been a tough time for a lot of people. Yeah, I think, look, I mean, I find that 12-step has helped me. You know,
Everyone's
struggle.
Different, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going to a place in January for a couple weeks just to even just get, I'm not even struggling or anything right now, but just to have some time for myself to take care of myself. You know, I've spent so much time working as well.
Yeah.
It's like I've never sat and thought what's even going on in my life or what do I want? Do I want me a family or something? Get me a little
armadillo.
Yeah, give me a little armadillo, bro. Something for your arm, you know? Or armadillo, you know?
Armadillo.
So, yeah, get a couple, damn.
Well, good luck, man, and hang in there. It's a process, dude, but you just really, you can do it.
Yeah, you can do it, man. Here's the thing. Other people have done it, so you can definitely do it.
Yeah, you'll meet a lot. You'll meet a ton of people. It's more than you think of people that have struggled with abuse. So, you know, reach out and, be well, man.
Yeah, good luck, man. You got this, bro. You got this. Some residential treatment. All right, man. Nick Swardson, welcome back. Welcome back to the world, baby.
Yeah, good to be back.
And we'll put you up on socials so people can find you and all of that. And man, I'm excited to see you back on stage and stuff.
I know. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen. 2 years is a long time.
Yeah, it is, man.
To rock the mic.
It's awesome, though. Gang, baby.
Gang, gang.
Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones, but it's gonna take a little time for me to set that parking brake and let myself unwind. Shine that light on me. I'll sit and tell you my stories. Shine on me, and I will find a song. I will sing it just for you. load of my past. And these rails that I've been riding on, they're worn so thin that they're damn near gone. I guess